Well, good afternoon, all my fellow far-right racist thugs. Well, that's what they call us now, isn't it? Personally, I'd probably use that description more for the police and the government, but hey, words never hurt anybody, did they? But today, on the, what is the second anniversary of an attack by Hamas on the innocent festival goers. What are we hearing from our corrupt leaders on this? Excuse me, that's dead, that's out. Yeah, excuse me if I'm lagging a bit. My ME's been terrible over this weekend and yesterday. It's just something I've got to deal with, but some days I just don't feel like I'm up to doing anything. But you know what we're hearing from our leaders, well, please don't protest today. Why? Because it's very un-British. Very un-British. Well, that to me is a very, very big portion of pot, kettle and black coming from them. Oh, sorry, did I say black? Ooh, that could be construed as racist, I suppose. Even though I'm talking about kettles and cooking pots. But considering the ones that provoked all this shit, it's going to be an interesting day. Let's see how it unfolds. You know, they said they'd arrest any protesters. Well, we know the sort of protesters that are going to be on the streets today. And we've seen how you deal with radical terrorists, haven't we? Such hard bastards, aren't they? Total waste of taxpayers' money, if that's what you call dealing with terrorists. You know, we've heard thousands and thousands of times at their bullshit press conferences, we will learn from our mistakes. I said they wouldn't, and they haven't. They haven't learned a fucking thing. Well, I tell you now, the biggest mistake you've made was turning against your own people, turning against the people of this country. Traitors one and all. Yeah, they're not a police force, they're a police farce, and they have been for an absolute long time now. But I'll leave that there, because we'll wait and see what happens. But every day now, when I get up, I like to step outside, take a few lungfuls of what we laughingly call fresh air now, and to admire the flags that fly along our street on every single lamppost. But this morning it was a bit different. There were 2 additions that have appeared overnight. So I went in, had a go on my puffer, picked up my walking stick and just went to see what these flags were, because I couldn't see them from where I was. And I would presume there's something to do with Greta the Goblin's lot. You know, world peace and a dove. One just had that on it, and the other one had the same on it, but with a rainbow across it. Well, we know who's disrupting the world peace. We know who's causing the little wars going on all over the world. But I felt I had to give them a little bit of credit for these flags. What you say? Well, look at it this way. They put their flags up underneath ours. They didn't take the Union flag down, and they didn't take any of the St. George's flags down. they hung theirs below them. So in one way, the people that hung those two flags, and there is only the two, one each side of the road, did show in a way a little bit of respect. But moving on, today obviously, and the last few days, we've been seeing the Tory conference. Should be renamed the Reform Conference, really, shouldn't it? Well, with what I'm hearing, it's an easy mistake to make. Is it Tory or is it Reform? You know, they're just another party jumping on the Patriot bandwagon. They've had many years to change their ways, but now with the country and their party falling apart, they actually admitted that they failed on immigration. No shit, Sherlock. They want more police. No, you don't. What you need to do is change the attitude of the fuckers we've got. Yeah, that's the Tory conference. They are now becoming patriots. But they're making better words around it than the Labour conference ever did, so... But now, all this, we'll talk about all this tomorrow in the live stream. I've got shitloads written down. But before I go today, please, if you're out and about and you see any of our flags, the St George's flag or the Union flag, that the wind has took down, and the winds have been bad over the weekend, and there will be a few. We've got one down the street which is being rectified. If you see them dangling by one corner, if you can reach them, put them back up or take them down. If you see them laid on the pavement, in the road, in hedges, etc., pick them up. If they're reusable, reuse them or give them to somebody who will. But don't just leave them lying around looking like litter. One, it's very disrespectful to the flag, and the other one is, the authorities will use that as an excuse to try and take more of them down. Oh, they're littering everywhere. So if you see them, pick them up, hang them from your house. At the last resort, put them in the bin. Do not leave them laying around. With that, guys, I will finish there for today. Obviously tomorrow night 7 o'clock till 9 o'clock, myself and Mrs W will be live. We had a very good stream last week, actually. Very good stream. And as I say, there's lots to go over, so if I don't see you before then, as always, no matter where you are, what you're doing, please stay safe, stay strong, and stay free. Respects, guys.